Hello friends, I am Malhar on my new YouTube channel Saturday Syntax. I welcome all of you in the next session that is about the new topic of grammar, which is very important for our exam, that is change the voice. So friends, let me tell you first, without having understanding regarding basics of change the voice, you cannot move ahead. So first of all, it is very important, it is very essential to clear the concept, to clear the basics of change the voice. And let me tell you, by this video, you will have all the clarity regarding change the voice, particularly basics of change the voice, right? So let's move ahead. Let's take the first step of change the voice. Now, which is the first step? So friends, you have to learn the table that is related with changes of pronouns. So what you need to do is, see, you can see two columns here, left that is active and right that is passive, right? So there are two types of voice, active and passive. So in this table, this is the basic that you need to change. I will turn into me, we will turn into us, you will turn into you, he will change into him, she will change into her, it will turn into it, and they will change into them. So this particularly is the first step, which is changes of pronoun. So when you convert active sentence into passive sentence, these are the pronouns that you have to change. Clear? So friends, let me tell you, you have to first of all learn this table, which is the first step, right? Okay, now this is something very important, which is points to ponder. So here we have been given 5 important points. First of all, we'll go through all the points, and in the next slide, I will clarify all these points by giving illustration, right? Point number 1, what it is written? Identify the subject, the verb and the object. So in the sentence, first you need to do is to identify the subject, verb and object. Number 2, subject becomes object and object becomes subject. So what is very important, you need to identify S and O, and after that just shuffle subject and object. So you need to shuffle subject and object, even you can replace it, that is the same. So subject becomes object and objects become subject, right? After that, number 3, add preposition by, which is very important. When you change active into passive, don't forget to add preposition by. Condition number 4, change the verb into past participle of the verb. Ultimately, if you have the verb which is in V1 form or V2 form, it is very important to convert into V3 while converting into passive voice. So this is very important, friends. When you change active into passive, V3 form, that is essential, it is compulsory. And point number 5, put the suitable helping verb or auxiliary verb. Now what is helping verb and auxiliary verb? Is, am, are, was, were, have, has, had, will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must. These all are helping verb or auxiliary verb. Now in the next slide, I'll give you the clarity of all the points by giving an example, right? In this slide, what we have to do is, we just need to clear all the points which were given in the previous slide. Say for example, point number 1, which was to identify your subject, verb and object. So let's have an example. I drink tea. So this is a question. I drink tea. Clear? I hope it would be clear for everybody. This is a simple sentence. After that, you need to identify subject, verb and object. So what would be subject in this question? Of course, I, that is your subject. Yes, after that, drink, that is your verb. And tea, which would be your object. So you have already identified S, V and O in this question. Again, I, that is your subject, drink, that is your verb, and tea, that is your object. Right? Now, point number 2. What was the point number 2? You need to shuffle S and O, subject and object. So subject becomes object, object becomes subject. So what would be exactly the construction of the question? Say for example, this S and O, you just need to shuffle. You just need to replace S with O and O with S. So we will start the answer with T, right? So T will come first in your answer while converting, while making into passive voice. So point number 2, I think would be clear. Point number 3, don't forget to add preposition by, that we will add later. Number 4, yes, we have to use past participle form, that is third form of the verb, that is compulsory, and we will also do that. And yes, point number 5, don't forget to put auxiliary verb or helping verb. Now, this question is in simple present tense. So, simple present tense, if it is given, then our helping verb would be is, am or are. So, here we will write T is. Now, don't forget to put V3 form. So, T is drunk. Now, yes, we have to add preposition by. So, T is drunk by. And the most important thing, I. In the first step, I already have told you to change the pronoun. So, I will turn into me. So, this is your answer. T is drunk by me. Now, how is comes particularly? Of course, that you will see in the next video. I have given the clarity regarding all the tenses in Change the Voice. This is just the video of basics in which you have to identify subject, verb and object. You need to shuffle S and O, and after that I have just given a simple example. But after, in upcoming videos, you will have the clear idea regarding all the tenses, right? Again, I'll explain you. Question is I drink tea. S becomes O, O becomes S. So we'll start answer with T. Now auxiliary verb or helping verb. Helping verb, like if it is simple present tense, then helping verb would be is. So T is. Now V3 form. When you convert active into passive, V3 form and by, they both are important. So T is drunk. This is V3 form. After that, by, we have to add preposition by. So T is drunk by me, because in question it is given I, so it will turn into me in change of pronoun. So I hope it would be clear understanding regarding basics of active and passive. Still, if you have any doubts, you can just share with me in comment. But let me tell you, after this, you have to clear all the tenses regarding active passive, which would be in the upcoming video of active passive. So if you like this video, please share and comment, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you so much.